So guys, it's time to tip the scales. This is a character that a lot of people have asked for in the YouTube comments. He is one of the most fun characters in my opinion in Smash Wii U, but sadly he is a kind of bad character. He has a lot of great strength and tools held back by a few major weaknesses. A projectile zoner-based character with lots of disjoints, lots of power, really strong grab combo game if he can get the grabs which he struggles getting. And his main weakness besides his lack of speed is his bad recovery and his reliance on limited resources with the books. And ironically enough, I feel like the books were the best part of his gameplay, but it was hard to actually get access to the book. So that leads into the first buff I give him, and that is making a zombie only use 2 charges before he gets the book. So you do that sword match, you have a book. Just go sword match. Or knock someone off stage, just do 2 of those, and there's just so many times you can throw out 2 Nosferatus and get a book really easily, as opposed to 4 which takes way too long. And it's only viable when you knock someone off stage really far, or if they're respawning. So combine that with making it so Nosferatu comes back quicker due to having 2 charges, and there you go, you just get more constant books. Having a book in his hand makes his projectile game with Neutral B and Side B a lot better, and since it would be so much quicker to get it off down B, you wouldn't have to burn Side Bs or Neutral Bs, and essentially weaken your neutral game and just gameplay in general to get the book, because Side B and Neutral B are his best moves in general. So next thing I do with this character, and I know I talked about how great Side B is, but we gotta change Side B up a little bit. So one thing I didn't like about this move, or actually a few things I didn't like about the move. First of all, it looks awkward. Maybe change the animation of it to something else, just because this looks really stiff. Next thing is, I would make it so the arc fire, like Lingering Flames, only proc if you don't hit the opponent. So you do like this, or if it misses in the air, it's still proc for a little bit with Lingering Flames. But if you hit the opponent, whether it's hitting their hurt box or hitting the shield, instead what happens is it explodes. So it goes like, it'll go like first hit is like the starter hit, and then the second hit is the explosion hit. So it still have a little bit of lingering, but the explosion would have decent damage, knockback, power, kill potential, good angle, all that stuff. And that just being nice because sometimes it's kind of busted to go like short up into someone arc fire, and they can't do anything about it. They jump, they get hit, the shield, they're getting pressure on the shield, potentially pressured more from your attacks, grabbed if you're close enough. If you hit them, you get whatever you want. If they dash at you, get just covered so much, so easily, and you have to respect it so much. But this still means if someone's at the ledge, you can just do this and like basically set semi-infinite ledge trapping until your book runs out, and that'd be really cool. And this also just gives you a nice kill option because especially on floaties, they could SDI the fire at kill percents and just avoid the follow-ups. Even in general, just sometimes Robin could chase opponents and get them. Even at like low percents, you could just SDI it too, especially if it was like the tipper of the flames, and just it wasn't a reliable move on a hit. Whereas making the fire lingering hitboxes only work on whiff, it would make it so someone rolls into it, they'll probably be stuck in the middle, or they get caught near the end of the flames lingering hitbox, down as many frames to SDI it, and just so many different things about it. And yeah, next thing I do with this character, and this is just a personal thing, I didn't like how 11th Sword didn't proc on dash attack or neutral air. So I feel like just giving his dash attack 11th Sword hitbox would be nice, give him a stronger burst option. Neutral air would be nice because they'll let him mix up the timing of his landing aerials more than just like kind of there at this height. You could do like really low to the ground air. You could jump someone, crush them up with back air. He can even get close to him and do like double hit in there if he's like right on top of them and moving forward behind them. And yeah, it would just be cool to have those different mix-ups in his aerial game with Nair. Make it so if you let both hits and Nair come out, it uses 2 11th Sword charges. And yeah, and final thing to do with this character, oh, 2 last things to do with this character. First, I mentioned his recovery being garbage. We don't buff it directly, but listen here, we turn this into a Rekka. If you play Street Fighter or other fighting games, a Rekka is when you can do each input separately for each part of the move. So make up be a 3-part move. So instead of just doing 1, 2, it goes tap 1, tap second one, and then tap for a 3rd up B. And you can still change the trajectory with the 2nd up B and now the 3rd up B. And it gives you mix-ups of when you're like here, do you want to recover by grabbing the ledge, or do you want to up B away from it and land on stage, but do you want to do the up B, land on stage, and then up B a 3rd time and land farther on stage, maybe go to a platform, or maybe you just do the first up B and get to a ledge immediately. And it's a lot of different mix-ups you'd have just by making a 3-part move, and you choose how many parts to use. You don't need to increase the amount of uses he has on his Elwind, book. There's still a lot of uses on that, and that'd be part of managing it, is knowing how many uses you have left and how many you can justify using, because you can't just burn Elwyn's to get another book. Like, once Robin runs out of Elwyn's, he's kind of a down shit river without a paddle. And yeah, and then the final thing, and this is just a compliment, how his side B isn't going to be as busted now. Give him a bit faster movement speed. Mainly run speed. His air speed's not good, but that's the point. But a little bit faster run speed. Let him get his grabs a lot easier for kills. I don't mind him having a really good grab game, considering he has a slow grab with low range. And this part of his game plan is just locking people down, and then getting grabs when they're locked down. And yeah, that's how I changed Robin. Still a slow zoner projectile-based character with bad disadvantage. Really powerful attacks, but he has a lot more zoning tools that aren't necessarily stronger, but he's able to get to his stronger ones easier without having to sacrifice his tools. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys want in the comments below for the next character. This one was actually really fun to think of, and until then, peace.